Hi, thanks for joining. This is going to be another zodiac specific reading. As you can see from the title, I still don't know which zodiac sign we're doing. Let's go with this. Virgo. Digest. It's the number 6 card in this deck. Let's see what you're digesting. Music reminds me stayed on the board as I picked up the deck. So I don't know if your own music or healing music can be helpful. Whatever genres is yours. Whatever speaks to you in the moment. We have mood swing and drama, cognitive dissonance, mind over matter, and meditation brings solutions. So this may be a situation where you're going to have a charged reaction, but needing to pull back to center. I had one of these experiences this morning that's coming to mind. Something about bringing yourself back to what really matters, the priorities of the moment. Like ours was driving in the snow-covered roads to get to our vacation on time, and due to some type of Mercury retrograde pre-shadow business, we didn't get on our plane. We get to try again tomorrow morning in the snow again. And in this situation, what's coming to mind is that there's something that really perhaps calls you to have an auto-designated response, an emotional charge, and you're really going to have to have that presence, have that self-control and self-presence to, let's say, keep your shit together in the moment and do your best to manifest. But in our situation, we didn't get on the plane. We didn't so-called get our way. But I tell myself it's not that necessarily the plane's going to wreck and we're being saved from something, but there were some other things calling me that perhaps this cognitive dissonance is like in the process of trying to leave town. I was torn because I hadn't finished these readings, and now I get the chance to. I hadn't done all of the chores that I wanted to do before leaving my house absent. Well, I mean, it's not going to be absent. We'll have a house person. But there's this need to say, okay, I'm torn. I feel this way in the moment, but is that really me? Can I cling to the logic, cling to the grounded nature of trusting the situation to develop and transpire in the best possible way, and averting drama, averting the huge mood swing because of something really unexpected and perhaps even preventable had you known some one little detail creating this thing. But if you can hold your stuff together and bring yourself to that point of groundedness in the breath, take that deep breath, solutions can present themselves, and perhaps there's something more that can be accomplished in the meantime. Like with Mercury retrograde, it's like we astrologers always say, leave yourself extra time. And it got me, even knowing, it got me by 10 minutes, no less. Anyways, bringing yourself back in some manner is, it's like that Mercury retrograde. It charges forward, and then it's like, oh, you have to retrace your steps. You forgot to cross that T and dot this I, and your punctuation here isn't quite right. And some type of miscommunication or misinformation or some other thing may call us to retrace our steps. And so we have this full moon, harvest, release, illumination, liberation, lunar eclipse. And it is the lunar eclipse coming up in just a few days from this broadcast. And then we have mother issues and obsession. Maybe there's this, the mother is the, perhaps even a drama queen or some type of motherly influence, some type of, I mean, it could be a caregiver, it could be an elder, something like that, that doesn't need to be related, but there's some type of, maybe perhaps even in my situation here, this obsession with timeliness and this obsession with having all these things done. It's like I'm such a powerful manifester that perhaps because of my cognitive dissonance, I created this, you know? And so in your situation, maybe there's something that you're manifesting unbeknownst to you that creates another complication and another disappointing circumstance. But there's some healing here that's potential. Let's see if we have anything else. I mean, I'm sure there are many other scenarios that we could bring in. So this one was on the bottom and I didn't read it. I love to cuddle and kiss water. So even in a mother situation, a family situation, family friends, platonic, let's say, there's a deepening of intimacy here that's possible. So I've noticed that if we fall into the swing of the intense emotions, it creates distance within our closest relationships. And so being able to demonstrate an emotional maturity and the ability to choose for your emotional fluctuation. And in the moment, it's not always about logic, but sometimes we can just say, well, I'm sure that if I just trust this situation, I'll understand in a moment, pushing through it, you know, not giving in to the venting and all of that, you know. I'm seeing 22, something about partnership, the way that we work with each other and synergize. And there's Libra, the sign of relating to others and perhaps group, maybe even a situation of partnership intimately. Joy. So is there the opportunity here beneath the situation to find humor? And maybe it's one of those things that's like, I hate to even say this, don't let me manifest this for you, but have you ever seen somebody take a terrible spill and you know, you really worry for them and you feel for them, but it was kind of silly and funny, and it's like you don't know how soon you can laugh at the situation because it's like this person's here hurting and you're, you know, they're there, but you know, by the way, you looked like a clown. It's not always appropriate. And that wasn't my situation, but it's like, yeah, I should be on vacation right now. However, there's got to be some type of bright side. Good God. For one thing, the roads were terrible today. At least we weren't delayed because of an accident. I don't have a vehicle and insurance policy claim to loom over my head during my whole trip. 33. Let's stop there. Grief and depression. So maybe the levity is a little bit ill-placed right now for sure. Self-care, separation, take time for self-alignment. Local and restraint, holding back. I think of you all day, completion, leveling up. So, you know, on the symbolic level, this can also be a loved one departing on what seems to be too early a flight plan, and remembering the different situations and the ups and the downs, and somehow navigating change and perhaps loss and the good, bad, and ugly of a situation, whether it's partnership or a mother per se, or a child. Is like those issues of partnership here are allowing ourselves to develop an emotional maturity that perhaps this wasn't something that we would have asked for, but here it is. And some of those gifts are very difficult to unpack. The Emperor, focus and stability with the cougar. So it's like knowing the better thing. It's like, oh, I shouldn't feel this way, or I shouldn't keep doing this thing. I shouldn't indulge in a comfort zone or addiction or a habit pattern. Especially, we've just got Venus crossing over Saturn, and soon we will have Mercury crossing over that Saturn point as well in the sign of Pisces, which has a lot to do, as I see 1111 on the timer, has a lot to do with the ability to surpass our own limitation, our own limiting behaviors even. And with Venus there, it's like, I heard somebody say once upon a time, we don't need to should on ourselves, which is a Saturn thing. It's like, oh, you should really get up early and get on time. You should do this and do that. Yeah, those are all great, but it's like that heaviness of all the yes, 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 I've got to do this, 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 this. It can be difficult and oppressive, and we can see what we should do, but it's hard to actualize shifts and change, and we can't force or manifest or look for the silver lining out of certain situations, such as grief. When we have a loved one die unexpectedly, this can be so tragic and displacing of our center. So we see also where we almost can't say no to a certain thing, or we can't escape a certain way of being, like that frustration point. But here it's like with Venus there, it's like being able to see through it and to push through it and to do it by choice. It's like it no longer poses the burden that it may have before, but now it poses a blessing. And then it's like we get to practice it now, and then very soon, as Mars surpasses that Saturn point, that's really the maturing of the behavior that becomes demonstrated in our actions. And this creates a lot more trust here. Under the deck now, we have 7 Chariot, discipline, and determination. So there's something that is a goal that's been placed, a way of being, an aspiration that we're moving towards. And it's going to take some focus, some clarity, some discipline, commitment, determination, but we have what it takes to integrate the experience when we have this digest as that word, being able to sense, see, feel, and navigate through a situation, to be able to understand the better way and to actually integrate that into a way of being. So here we have the 3 of Acorns with the giraffe, foresight and exploration. It's very exotic to me, the giraffe here, and it has that look of, it's almost like when they put the human face or the human lips on an animal in CGI, and then you see it kind of like talking and stuff. Look at this guy. Look at that face. It's not a critique of the artistry. It's just the way it hits me, and that becomes part of the message, because Three of Acorns is almost like that best advice that you just can't take. Yeah, even if it's our own best advice, it's like knowing what to do and still struggling to make it happen. So you may get another opportunity to now you know, so now you got it. So that don't lose faith at the last moment. We might need to just kind of retrace our steps, pick it up, and move forward and surpass this. Eight of Feathers, courage and solutions. Yeah, meditation brings solutions and brings the courage to have the faith in the process, trust the process. Because when we become anxious, fearful, it's because we don't know what's ahead. We can't see what's ahead, but we've got this foresight. So now we do know. And so maybe this is a signal from the universe to trust the process the first time. And in the future, we will understand something a different way. Two more, it looks like. Six of Crystals. Synergy and gratitude. Yeah, just like I was saying, thankful I didn't wreck the car on the terrible roads. We made it there. We were early. Just we're 10 minutes behind. What do you do? Pitch a fit. Page of Feathers. Exploration and discovery. So we already got exploration here. So I don't know if you're delayed somewhere on your journey. Maybe you have some type of mechanical issue or something that's got you on the side of the road, but then you get to take in the context of the environment or something. Or there seems to be an exploration here of yourself. The ability to have said, yes, I knew better, and this still happened. It's unavoidable. It's already done. Moving along. So it's the way that you work with spirit and say, I don't know what you're trying to do. I don't know what you're trying to pull, but here we go. Let's work together. How can I do this better next time? Show me what I didn't see before. Oh, so I was thinking about, it's so funny. So this Six of Crystals, the Synergy and Gratitude card, I don't know what it is, but it always reminds me of Timon from Lion King, and this Knight of Acorns reminds me of Pumbaa and Timon. And so it's like Timon has this friend here. So the Knight of Acorns coming out is action and drive. So from the point of working with the elements as they present and the situations as they move, ebb and flow, moving with gratitude helps open up the solutions. You've got a lot of synchronicities here. 2 times solutions, 2 times exploration. There's this ability to take action and stay focused, to understand what's being asked or demanded of one in a situation, and to be able to carry on with discipline and determination to succeed with trust. So let's keep going. I feel like those synchronicities took us in a full circle. On the bottom of the deck there was the backside of the Sun card, feeling somewhat trapped or contained, stuck in a situation, circumstance, or predicament. And it was with the child's friend in that card. And here we have the Two of Cups and the Devil. Some type of either codependence, addiction, or fear, shame, guilt. All of those shadow type realm issues come up, and it's the front side of the Lover's card. It's as though they're like, as they're covering up, they're like, yeah, I know I'm not worthy, don't look at me, type of thing, which isn't necessarily like what we feel on the surface. We can still be confident, courageous, out there going and getting things. But in the moment, there's some kind of fear or inability to trust. It's that gratitude versus that, whatever it might be, the negative mindset that wants to rear its ugly head and say, hey, you're chained to this circumstance. Now it sucks. But here, the truth of the matter is, it's like, your loved ones are gathered and you're sharing your emotions and vulnerability. You're having this moment that could be transformed in the moment. And on the backside, I've got the Four of Pentacles with this mental labyrinth energy. So somebody may be a little hard to reach, or I want to just say mental, which isn't derogatory in this sense, I hope you know. Backside of the King of Cups and this manifestation of the star energy. So it could be, in your circumstance, you're really trying to free up your schedule to go and see someone, or to somehow reconcile or make a communication happen here. But there's this individual who's somewhat distracted, or could be somebody who even parties a little bit with that King of Cups backside. Somebody who's trying to self-soothe and calm the emotional dramas that are trying to gain their attention. And it looks as though, and potentially this is just, saying that somebody may be self-medicating due to this change or circumstance here with that grief depression card. Let's see, King of Cups is still on the bottom, and then we have the back of the Page of Swords. So delivering some type of a message here. And here we have the Lovers going forward. It's as though the blessing has been received. There's already been the decision to stick it out or to stay together with an individual. But there are different energies at play here. I see that masculine has the fire beside him and the feminine, the green tree. It's like that King of Cups backside is almost like that emotional regulation has been absent from the masculine, and genderless here, remember. So as that individual becomes frustrated, the emotional degeneration is present. And so it's like being able to walk with an individual while they're navigating their process here seems to be important. The heaviness, the weight, perhaps this person feels responsible, not only responsible for whatever circumstance has come to fruition, causing delays or some type of disappointment or negative impact on a situation here. They either feel responsible or like the urge to fix, which is a masculine issue, like, oh, well, everybody's relying on me. I've got to carry all the weight. And, oh, I screwed up. Oh, I suck. XYZ, whatever. Here we have Four of Cups as well. The ship has sailed. This is reminding me of my own, like, too late, pilots taking off the runway here in a few. You missed it. And it's like the feeling of having missed an opportunity. And again, please excuse any humor or anything that doesn't suit your situation. I mean, death is serious, right? But in my situation, it seemed more intense than it was. And I think that that's the greater majority of individuals that will catch this broadcast will see that the gravity of the situation was not as intense. And so, yeah, we're emotionally disappointed. We're feeling that sense of having lost something important. But as we look out over the horizon with that hawk on the back of the throne here, there's some kind of envisioning And there's the rabbit, fertility, abundance. Yeah, it's leading here to the next card, 10 of Cups. So some type of reunion, some type of happy gathering, a family connection or something. So don't lose the plot of the situation and create something seemingly more negative when the objective of the afternoon or the whole thing was meant to be a joyous occasion. So let's not lose ourselves in negative intending and then ruining the whole day, because there's something else that you can do in the meantime, you know? All right, let's get our third tarot deck here. Hope you're able to relate your present situation to the examples. I don't mean to speak of myself. It's like Spirit speaks through the symbols and the experiences I have in a way, hopefully, that you are able to relate to your situation. All right, under the deck, we've got that Queen of Cups. So we saw the backside of the King of Cups. And this is kind of like the loving mother, the loving spouse card, a supportive feminine coming in. So it's like maybe you just are really missing someone that's important to you, needing that sense of reassurance. And if you can see how the situation or environment does have opportunities, then you'll be really in your healing here, I want to say. 7 of Pentacles, waiting, a delay. It's like waiting for the harvest here. Something has been cleverly intercepted. 7 is the number of divine intervention, I believe. And it's like you have to wait for your manifestation. You can't just manifest and put a seed in the ground and have a tomato tomorrow. Tomato? Where does this stuff come from? 5 of Pentacles. And so we can become a little bit impatient because Saturn always demands patience and maturity, and it gets so aggravating sometimes when you want what you want, and it's like, no, it's not time for celebration yet. You have to do these other few things. You can't finish the marathon at a sprint. You've got to pace yourself. You've got to make the long haul. And then we have the Tower moment here. It's like that disappointing circumstance and feeling that oh no moment. And what else? Here we have the King of Cups again. And one more here. And the 2 of Swords. It definitely feels from the Tower to the King of Cups in the front facing way, holding his cup up. It's like grace, generosity. I'm not seeing these cards right here, but it's something about being able to not become provoked and provocative to the individuals trying to assist you, and keeping your cool for those that are looking to you for emotional modeling and the ability to understand that your emotional fluctuation doesn't need to be a black mark on the day, a black mark on the event. Yes, I see this. It's like somehow make it fun. Like if it rains when you're camping, is there a way to maybe go to a movie or buy a couple tarps or something, or I don't know what you would do, but there's something where instead of all is lost and I can't believe this happened, this is the worst thing ever. And it's not all about silver lining. It's about, well, if this, then what? Show me what is better. All of this and better. 8 of Wands, messages incoming. And the ability to use your wands, your passionate, activated, aggravated energy towards saying something positive. One of the individuals that was assisting me did not speak very enunciated, proper English. And, sometimes that can be a little much. And for me, I adore foreigners and language and respect those individuals that are bilingual and plus. And so instead of being aggravated with the individual, I was saying, could you speak more slowly, please? Thank you for your assistance. I apologize. I don't understand. Because then we're making the choice to be completely, I want to say, being a lover of everything that comes our way. So we keep getting those same type of messages over and over. So let's get some oracles, close this out. If it is only one who's acquainted with the evils of war that can thoroughly understand the profitable way of carrying it on. Okay. To see victory only when it is within the ken of the common herd is not the acme of excellence. So being able to see possibilities where others do not. Use fire with care and water with impunity. Fire, like anger, is powerful but unpredictable and can cause lasting damage among the vanquished. Water, which shapes its course according to the nature of the ground over which it flows, soothes the argument, and slowly, without destroying your opponent, turns them towards your point of view. While fire can deliver victory, water delivers increased strength. And I think that that's where I want to leave it. We've got the King and the Queen of Cups here for a reason. Oh, one more I'm seeing on the bottom. Don't let your ego get in the way. Getting your ego under control can be one of your biggest challenges in relationships. If you're good at something, that's wonderful. If you have weaknesses, then so be it. Don't worry too much about what others think of you. Your actions will show that you are what you believe yourself to be. Be yourself. Believe in yourself. Take care of yourself. I hope you didn't mind my stories too much. Check back for more messages if you're looking for other timeless information. Thanks, guys.